Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the garlanding. And we'll start the opening session with the garlanding. Please go. Now I would like to call upon Shri L. Bhagaton Singh, Project Director, Loktak Development Authority, to come forward and deliver the welcome speech. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning to all the participants and all the guests and ladies and gentlemen and the dignitaries on the dais. And first of all, I would like to welcome all of you as we gather here for this commencement of this regional consultative workshop. It is an honor to have such distinguished audience in this hall today, representing a wide array of backgrounds of expertise. Your presence speaks volumes about your commitment to the environmental conservation and the preservation of our precious wetland ecosystem. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartiest gratitude to our esteemed knowledge partners for your presence. Your presence here today is a valuable contribution to this event. Your experience and knowledge are highly valued, and we look forward to your valuable insights and contributions as we work towards our shared goal of safeguarding our wetlands for future generations. Moreover, I want to extend a special welcome to all the participants hailing from the Northeast especially, and your presence here not only showcases your individual dedications, but also represents the collective effort being made to address the unique challenges faced by the region. It is through your collective wisdom and local knowledge that we can truly make a difference in the restoration and integrated management of these wetlands. Over the course of this workshop, we have the opportunity to engage in meaningful discussions, share best practices, and explore innovation ideas that we can save the future of wetland conservation. The agenda is carefully designed to foster the collaboration, inspire creative thinking, and facilitate the exchange of knowledge and experiences. Together we can harness the power of collective intelligence and pave way for effective strategies and policies that ensure the sustainable use and protection of wetland ecosystem. I encourage each and every one of you to actively participate voice your perspectives, and engage in fruitful conversations throughout this workshop. Together, let us embrace this unique platform to learn from one another, challenges, existing paradigms, and ignite new ideas that the potential to transform our approaches towards wetland restoration and management. I would like to express my deepest appreciations to all the organizers, sponsors, and volunteers. With great enthusiasm, let us embark on this journey towards a brighter and more sustainable future for our wetlands. And moreover, I would like to thank the ministry headed by the Joint Secretary, Shri Biswajit, for allowing LDA to organize all these memorable regional workshops in the state of Manipur. Thank you, and once again, thank you all and welcome, and enjoy this workshop, a fruitful workshop for today's ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, Shri L. Bhagaton Singh, for your inspiring welcome speech. Now I would like to invite Mr. Raghu Kumar Kodali, Scientist G, Advisor, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, to provide us with an overview of the workshop's purpose and objectives.
Good morning to all. Today I explain what is the Sabhagita mission. First workshop held at Chennai. After that, this is the fourth workshop. Subsequently, it was held at Jammu Kashmir, Goa, and Cochin. This is the fourth workshop. What are the objectives, recommendations that workshops?
Is it obstructing? Then we can sit there. Yeah? Yeah? Maybe we can sit there.
In India, the total wetlands extent area 0.7 million inland and coastal wetlands. Out of this, 4.9% of India's geographical area. The wetlands, inland wetland natural is 42.4% area-wise. Maximum inland human-made is 29.3%. Number-wise, it is inland human-made wetland is 22%, and inland small wetlands is 71%. The wetlands are support of social resistance, particularly the surface water storage. That is the example of city in Bhopal and Chennai and Kollam depend on wetlands and water supply. Next, wastewater treatment. East Calcutta wetlands treat nearly 60,000 million liters of city sewage. Next, mainstream of flow of regimes in high altitude wetlands of Himalayas are source of 10 largest rivers, South Asia. And groundwater recharge from floodplains, 35% utilization of water. Next, floodplains of river Ganga and Brahmaputra account for 40% of rice and fish production. This is a source of fish and food. This is the regulatory framework. Wetland Conservation Management Rules 2017 modified, superseding earlier rules 2010. The central government MOFCC National Wetland Authority is constituted under Rule 6 of Wetlands, and under Rule 5.1 of Wetlands Conservation Management Rules, State Wetland Authorities are constituted. It is a significant step to improve, conserve and maintain the ecological character of wetlands without restricting the right use. These guidelines help to all states and utilities implement the rules and regulations and declaring the wetland notifications also for integrated and protecting framework for protection, conservation of sustainable management. The states all activities are constituted for development of strengthening institutional framework. The wetland conservation program is management of, it is a regulatory framework, capacity building and implementation of National Plan Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystem and Ramsar Convention designating of wetlands as Ramsar sites. The NPCA approach is four-pronged approaches. You have to prepare brief documents with this wetland mitras and the preparation of integrated management plan, health cards. The centrally sponsored scheme bases are, it is 90% and 10% for NER states, Himalayan suite is 100%, other states it is 60 and 40%. This NPS scheme aims at holistic conservation on wetlands and lakes, achieving desired water quality enhancement besides improvement in biodiversity and ecosystems. NPCA guidelines also released in this regard in 2019. These are the activities undertaken in NPCA scheme. Till now, 165 wetlands across the country funded financial assistance were given by Ministry of Environment and Forest. There is a, what are the activities? This is the diversion and treatment of wastewater, shoreline protection, lakefront development for desilting, bioremediation, biodiversity conservation, weed control, and livelihood development activities, education awareness, and community participation, lake beautification, and survey and demarcation. Next, India on 75th Independence Day achieved 75 Ramsar designated. Second in South Asia, total area under Ramsar site come to 1.33 million hectares. This is the achievement 1981 to 2013 it is 26, from 2014 to 22 it is reached to 49, total it is reached to 75. This is the year-wise achievement of Ramsar site designation. In 2022 it is 19, 21 it is 14 major achievement in designation of Ramsar sites. This is the state-wise distribution of Ramsar sites. Major Ramsar designation sites are to Chennai, Tamil Nadu, next it comes to UP, next to Odisha and Punjab. This is the roadmap of Sabhagita workshop. The first workshop held at Chennai in May 21, and next workshop was held in Himalayas for conservation of Himalayan wetlands in 13-14 June. Next regional workshop held at 3rd February at Goa. The main aims is Sabhagita SOP was prepared in first workshop. Subsequently, core elements of Indian Himalayan Wetland Initiative developed in second workshop, and Save Wetland campaign launched in Goa workshop. And now regional workshop held in southern state Cochin recently 25-26 March 23. This is the present workshop is the fourth workshop after Sabhagita workshop. These are the first workshop. There is main roundtable discussion held at building convergence, creating the participatory governance arrangements and building scientific policy action plan. Each workshop we are discussing about the roundtables and that recommendation subsequently implementation for that recommendations of roundtables. These are the major recommendations of workshop held at Chennai. The Indian national flag to be displaced each of wetlands of national. This was done recently, World Wetland Day celebrations. Also MOU signed between MOCC and Confederation of Indian Regions for adaptation of wetlands. Next, people's participation is integral component of Mission Sabhagita. The Sabhagita guidelines or SOPs are prepared and circulated to all the states. Next regional Sabhagita workshop was held at Srinagar. There also 3 roundtables were discussed. First 2 roundtable is integrated management of Himalayan wetlands. Second roundtable is Himalayan wetlands and climate change, conserving Himalayan wetlands as a habitats for migratory birds and Central Asian flyway. These are the major recommendations of this workshop, Jammu Kashmir. A few important recommendations are prioritize of wetlands in terms of their conditions, state of disturbance and climate change impact and linking research and knowledge institutions. establishing Himalayan wetland program and enhancing citizen involvement, prioritizing knowledge development and identifying documenting best practice, ensuring sectoral convergence, conserving the Himalayan wetlands as a habitat for migratory birds in Central Asian flyway, preparing sectoral guidelines document for organizing district wetland committees. The Indian delegation also participated in COP14 held in 5th to 30th November 22, Geneva, Switzerland. MOFCC organized also 75 at 75. Our knowledge partners also participated in this COP14. The major points are youth focal point at national and state level, conservation of small wetlands, wise use of wetlands, estimation of water bird population, and the restoration of wetlands addressing climate crisis, and also some bring out from Montreux record of the wetlands. That is, one is Loktak Lake is there, Kelidio National Park is there, already 3 wetlands, Chilka Lake already come out from Montreux record. Next regional Sabhagita workshop held in 3rd February 23 in Goa. There is a 3 round tables, mainstreaming of life concept in wetland conservation. This is Hon'ble Prime Minister life concept. Restoration and integrated management of wetlands, roundtable 2. In roundtable 3, youth engagement and outreach and restoration of integrated management of wetlands as COP14 decision. These are the major recommendations of this work of geotagging of wetlands, ground truthing, removal of Ramsar sites from Montreux records. Life already Kelido National Park was submitted to Ramsar Secretariat. Loktak is under process, I think. Life-based actions at individual and community levels, branding of life product through Make in India, notification of wetlands localized outside of protected areas, holistic and scientific approach rather than site-specific approach, youth corner in wetlands of India portal, roadmap for engagement of youth in communication, education, participant awareness program (CEPA), livelihood linkages with ecotourism aspects, skill-based trainings, social media awareness campaigns aimed at youth. Next, Honorable Union Minister has launched the Save Wetland campaign in Goa on 4th February. The campaign is structured for whole society approach of Sabhagita for wetland conservation. The aims of campaign create mass awareness about the importance of wetland conservation, actively involving the local youth, people's movement across the country, establishing multi-stakeholder partnerships, research institutions, community-based organizations, line departments, private sector in conserving the wetlands. Next, recently held Cochin workshop 25th March 2023. It is the implementation of Amrit Dharohar scheme. The scheme was announced by Honorable Finance Minister, Union Budget. Next, citizen participation with a special focus on youth. Third round table is integrated management of wetlands and bridging science management interface. These workshop major recommendations are promoting responsible tourism and developing ecotourism infrastructure in all Ramsar sites, involving private sector organizations, standardized requirements for developing centers, interpretation centers, promoting cultural segments in wetlands involving local stakeholders, organizing nature camps, wetland carnivals and wetland cleanup drives involving students, conserving with environmental education division of MOFCC, EACP and all the states, national level youth engagement schemes, including youth engagement corner, wetland portal, identifying and addressing the scientific gaps to prioritize the wetlands for preparation, integrating carrying capacity assessment, tourism opportunities, integrated management plans, breaking up the IMP process into 2 steps, first being preparation of framework plan, and next step is detailed planning of the second step. This is the scheme, Amrit Dharohar scheme, announced by Honorable Finance Minister. The local communities have always been at the forefront of conservation efforts. The government will promote their unique conservation of Amrit Dharohar, a scheme that will be implemented over the next 3 years for optimal use of wetlands, enhance the biodiversity, carbon stocking, ecotourism opportunities, and income generation to local communities. At present, today this is the regional workshop. Today you are discussing three round tables. First round table is implementation strategy on Amrit Dharohar scheme and alignment with the life concept. Next, second round table is implementation of Save Wetland campaign. Round table 3 is integrated management for wetlands and capacity building. These are the actions taken. Key recommendation from the different Sabhagita workshop is compiled and shared with the states. It is being incorporated in the future action plans of wetland management and conservation. MOCC has advised all the state UTs to prepare the management plans IMPs for all Ramsar sites. Under Amrit Dharohar scheme, 70 fact book prepared and circulated to all the state and unities. Next, implementation strategy for Amrit Dharohar scheme has been prepared. Ramsar sites to develop collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism to enhance the livelihood and employment opportunities. Wetland Mitras to be engaged in developing, managing the tourism infrastructure. This is the conclusion. These regional workshops are platform for knowledge sharing, share the design of mission, Sabhagita mission. These workshops are also an opportunity to sharing the best practice ideas. Request all the Ramsar site mayors who share the best practice which are being adopted by them, conservation management of wetlands. The participants are requested to deliberate and size the ways of propagating the mission life concept in wetland conservation and management. Also implementation of strategy on Amrit Dharohar scheme for conservation of wetlands. Thank you.
I would like to request Dr. Shri M.H. Khan, Additional Chief Secretary, to come on dais. Thank you, Mr. Raghu Kumar Kodali, for your valuable insights. Now it is my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Sujit Kumar Bajpai, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, to deliver the keynote address.
Respected Chairman, LDA, Shri Asnikumar Singh ji, respected Additional Chief Secretary, Mr. M.H. Khan, Mr. L. Bhakto Singh, LDA Director, my colleague Raghu Kodali, Advisor, Ministry of Environment, all the participants, knowledge partner, participants from 8 different states, 8 northeastern states. It's very heartening to see people in large attendance after a lukewarm response in Kerala. It's really encouraging for me to see such a large attendance. And as Raghu has given a very elaborate account of what has gone through so far, as far as Sabhagita workshop is concerned. As we have been talking about it, that local communities have been at the forefront of the entire conservation effort of the wetlands, not only wetlands, all the biodiversity conservation efforts, forest conservation efforts, all kinds of conservation efforts, the local communities have been there at the forefront. And the Mission Sabhagita actually is very important step to recognize those efforts by the local communities. And it actually helps us to see that how more and more those local communities can be made partner in the conservation efforts of the government. So with this endeavor, with this aim, the whole concept of Mission Sabhagita was born in June 2022 in Chennai. The whole concept was developed, and since then we have been going all through the country, through regions, and this is the fourth workshop in that series. And Raghu has given a very detailed account of deliberations that we had over the last 3 workshops in Kochi, Goa, Srinagar, and now is the 4th one. And with every workshop that we are having, we come to realize that there is so much more to do. So if you would have seen the brief of the recommendations that are coming from the different workshops, you will see that while there are certain aspects to the wetland conservation, they remain constant throughout. But there are new concepts coming up. And the concept that got developed over the years, over the workshops the last 6-8 months, the Save Wetland campaign, which was launched by Honorable Minister in presence of Honorable CM of Goa. The Save Wetland campaign, if you see, it is not something new, but what we have realized that we have to start pinpointing at the areas, in order to achieve the goal of the entire, holistic conservation of wetlands. So while the concept of health card and concept of brief document and everything came long ago, but somewhere the progress has not been that much. So that is why when we started the Save Wetland campaign, we have tried to include those particular components of health card, the brief documents and the other things which are very important, and the stakeholder participations, how the whole the concept of lifestyle for environment is to be aligned. So how to achieve those targets. So we have tried to include all those things in the Save Wetland campaign, and now Save Wetland campaign, the whole strategy also has been prepared internally in the ministry, which will be presenting before you in the next session, wherein we'll be discussing the strategy, take your suggestions and then move forward. So like we are talking about the traditional connections of the local communities to the wetlands, these northeastern states, they harbor actually some of the most pristine wetlands of the country. Either it is a Pala Lake in Mizoram, Sangetsar Lake and Glaw Lake in Arunachal Pradesh, Gurudongmar Lake in Sikkim. There are some of the many examples. But despite being regularly utilized by the local communities for livelihood and resources, some of these lakes retain excellent ecological character. So primarily due to the sustainable management of wetland ecosystem services, and that is the wise use which is at the core of the entire conservation effort of the country. Manipur also has a very rich cultural connection with wetlands. It has a deep spiritual significance in mighty mythology of Manipur. Loktak Lake, which is called the jewel of India's natural heritage, is the largest freshwater lake in the northeast, with a surface area varying somewhere between 250 square kilometer to 500 square kilometer between lean season and monsoon. And its rich biological diversity comprises 233 species of aquatic plants and 57 species of water birds. So this vast landscape is highly important, not only ecologically but also for sustaining livelihood for the local communities. So these wetlands, with their wide floral and faunal diversity, ingrained cultural significance and socio-economic values, offer impeccable prospects for ecotourism. the recently announced initiative called Amrit Dharohar, it actually aims to enhance the livelihood opportunity by tapping into that prospect involving the local communities. It aims to promote the unique conservation values of the Ramsar sites through developing ecotourism opportunities and enhancing wetland-based traditional livelihood across the country. So currently the work being done pan-India through the NPCA, National Plan for Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystem of Wetland Division of Ministry, and the State Wetland Authority is further strengthened by initiatives like Sabhagita, Mission Life, which aim to bring together various stakeholders, ministries, sectors and businesses. Amrit Dharohar actually adds to that effort by focusing on the Ramsar sites to create demonstration, replication and upscaling effect on the other wetlands of national and wetland international importance. And with the launch of Save Wetland campaign, the ministry has actually advanced towards a more participatory approach of wetland conservation with a focus to bridge the science policy action gap. Through a bottom-up approach, this campaign at its core will aim to spread mass awareness about the importance of wetland conservation and management while making wetland conservation a people's movement across the country, infusing pride and ownership about the wetland amongst stakeholders to promote wise use and getting community-based organizations, line departments, businesses and knowledge partners to join hands to save the degrading wetlands. In today's workshop, not only will be discussing these important aspects of how to take forward the Amrit Dharohar, how to take forward the Save Wetland campaign, but we also have a presentation by different states who will be presenting their best practices. Then over and above, we are going to have a very important presentation today from Kerala University. We have a Sanatan Dharma college in Kerala, in Alapi district. So we have a special invitee from Kerala who have been working on the use of water hyacinth, because water hyacinth is one of the biggest menace of all the wetlands. So we have seen that how this university, that institute, and with the help of their own student startup, they have actually worked on end-to-end use of water hyacinth. So each and every part of water hyacinth, they have already used it on a pilot scale, they have started upscaling it. So we'll learn from their experience and we'll try to take input from you also that how this can be further utilized and if some part of it can be improved. So that opportunity we'll have in the next session. We are also going to have a detailed discussion about this whole Save Wetland campaign, and during discussion we'll also expect all the states to pitch in, to volunteer from their side that what part of those targets will be fulfilled by them during the coming year. We'll take your feedback on the kind of workshops that we have been having. Then we try to improve these workshops in the next workshop when we have. But we'll definitely need your feedback and we'll definitely need your voluntary commitment to fulfill the targets given the Save Wetland. So we'll be circulating a simple format for you to fill up at the end of every discussion, at the end of the discussion. But the kind of sessions that we have planned, we'll look forward to a very, very active engagement from all of you. And we also need input from you on the Amrit Dharohar framework that we have developed. So Amrit Dharohar framework, Save Wetland framework, and anything else, and the water hyacinth reuse, on all these technical things also we need your active suggestions, and we'll take it as a stakeholder consultation on this, and we'll take it again to the other states which are left, which are not invited in this workshop. So with these words I conclude, and I wish best of luck to you, and it's very moment of you say that's we are very happy to say that Honorable Union Minister as well as Honorable CM will be coming for the valedictory session, where the discussions that we'll have throughout the day, that will be presented before them, that what we have discussed during the day, what has been so far achieved through these workshops, and we'll take their guidance how to take this thing forward. So with these words, thank you very much and best of luck for the whole day. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Sujit Kumar Bajpai, for sharing your expertise and visions with us. Moving forward, I would like to invite Shri M.H. Khan, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Forest, Environment and Climate Change, Government of Manipur, to kindly address the event.
Good morning, everybody. And first of all, a very warm welcome to all the distinguished delegates and participants in very beautiful state of Manipur. We warmly welcome on behalf of Government of Manipur as well as on behalf of our Forest and Environment Department. Honorable Chairman of LDA, Shri Asnikumar ji, Shri Sujit Kumar Bajpai ji, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Environment and Forest and looking after this division, Shri Raghu Kumar Kodali ji, Scientist F, my colleague in the LDA PD, Mr. Bhagaton, and our colleague Mr. Sana Chauba, Superintendent Engineer in LDA, different participants who have come from ministry as well as from Cochin, from Visa, from Coimbatore, from Chennai, from Bhopal, from Gujarat, from Kerala, and then all the senior officers and delegates from all the seven sisters. I really feel privileged to welcome all of you again, and really it is a good opportunity for all of us that we are hosting this regional consultative workshop for 2 days here. It is our good luck, I should say, that many distinguished scholars, experienced persons have come here from all over India, starting from Kerala all the way south to the northeast, and then Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh and all, and then all the regional participants. So I think it will be a very good forum for our consultation, because many things, good practices, sharing best practices can be shared here, and also the new incentives and new initiatives which the ministry, Mr. Sujit Kumar just told, like Amrit Dharohar and others, how we can utilize, how can we explore those things for the benefit of our restoration and improvement of our wetlands. Especially if I take the case of Manipur, Manipur is very unique from the point of view of wetland, and the Loktak lake, which I think you will be visiting tomorrow, again is a very unique example and very big freshwater lake in the northeast, and we are very much concerned for the restoration and improvement of this Loktak water lake. It is not only from the point of view of environment per se, I should say. It has lot of, what should I say, historical and sentimental values for the people of Manipur. That is why our government is very much concerned for the restoration and for improvement and for enhancement of all activities, be it ecological activities, be it environmental activities and others. So I am really looking forward that the deliberations for today, whole day, will be very fruitful, not only for our state wetlands, we have other wetlands also, different are there, and which will be deliberated in due course of time. But it's a fact that the deliberations today will be very useful for all of us, for all the northeastern states. And I was just seeing the list, I think all the northeastern states have been represented here. They are all here. It's a very welcome sign, even from Sikkim people have come. So we really look forward. And once Mr. Bajpai was mentioning about that water hyacinth, So I'm very keen because when I was doing my engineering, I did my master's in environmental engineering, and my topic of the thesis was water hyacinth. So, so water hyacinth in Kerala, what they have done, I think I will certainly like to see, because it's an area of interest to me, and I think I will not take much time because so many other presentations, other things are there. But again, from the side of the government of Manipur and on our behalf, we warmly welcome you. Please enjoy the salubrious climate of Manipur. Please enjoy the places here. Apart from the workshop, I hope you will visit the local places, the local cuisine, and the local, I should say, hospitality, the warmth. The people here are so nice, so warm is there that I think when you will go with a very positive and good memories of Manipur. Thank you so much. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Shri M.H. Khan, for sharing your profound knowledge on wetland conservation in Manipur. Now I would like to welcome Shri M. Asnikumar Singh, Honorable Chairman, Loktak Development Authority, Manipur.
Good morning, everyone. My deep respect to Shri M.S. Khan, Assistant Chief Secretary, Forest, Environment and Climate Change, Rural Development and Panchayat Raj and Disaster Management, Government of Manipur. My deep respect to Dr. Sujikumar Vaswai, Joint Secretary, Wetlands, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, who himself is an environmentalist, who is a subject expert. Now Indian wetlands are safe, in the safe hand. So, my respect to Dr. Raghu, Advisor, Wetlands in the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, and my Senior Official Project Director in SC, who is also will serve Wetlands, Zoban Bagaton, and all the esteemed delegates from across India, and subject experts, senior officials, knowledge partners, Director Visha, and wetland meters, and the community representative from the wetland dwellers and the catchment villages. My deep respect to all of you. So most of the points already enlightened, highlighted by all the previous talkers, and already reflected in the keynote address also. But let me take a few minutes. My topic is significance of the wetland, but it's very vast, so let me conclude in 5 minutes. Wetlands are a unique, productive ecosystem where territorial and habitat meet. Wetlands play a critical role in maintaining many natural cycles and supporting a wide range of biodiversity. Wetland is also natural home for many flora and fauna. Wetlands are major habitat for most of the world's water birds and key habitat for the migratory birds species in the world. And wetlands have very high historical, cultural, socio-economic and scientific values, and also having high value for recreational values like ecotourism in the modern world. So covering 6% of the global land surface and around 12% of global carbon pool, wetlands play a vital role in the global carbon cycle. Under the current climate change trends, there is high chance of spread of exotic species which could increase pressure on watersheds and ecosystems. Moreover, climate change is drastically affecting the hydrology of wetland ecosystem through change in rainfall patterns and temperatures. In the backdrop, the need of the shift of our focus towards wetland conservation as well as restoration become even greater height by collective efforts. As you know, Indian wetlands are under serious threat from anthropogenic activities since many decades. Let me give one example from our Loktak Lake, which is one of the national treasure, which is like one of the Ramsar site. So Loktak Lake, being one of the cradle of Manipur civilization and culture, has huge importance to provide livelihood for lakhs of population of Manipur. And the biotic pressure on the lake is at unbearable levels and multiple factors. The declining condition of the lake also invariably affect the habitat of Sangay, the only floating national park on the earth, the unique habitat of this world, unique species, endangered species, their species Sangay. So consequently, under the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and our very dynamic and very serious, deep thinker and very learned, our Union Minister, Forest, Environment, Climate Change, Government of India, Shri Bhupender Yadav ji, and our Honorable CM Shri Biren Singh, the Government of Manipur is determined to make Loktak Lake as an iconic wetland site in the days to come in the global context. The Loktak Development Authority is moving ahead with community participation, research policies and conservation activities to fulfill the mandate of the conservation and sustainable management of Loktak Lake with the strong support of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change Wetland Division and other stakeholder institutes and departments and agencies. Very recently, our Honorable Union Minister Shri Bhupender Yadav ji, Government of India, chair a joint meeting on integrated management plan of Loktak Lake and associate Loktak Lake and its associate wetlands in the Ministry of Environment Forest New Delhi, which was a very fateful deliberation and a historic day for the Loktak, I would say. And my deep and sincere gratitude to the ministry officials and Honorable Minister for having such a wonderful and fruitful meeting at Delhi. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, in the first episode of the world famous Man Ki Baat program, he had highlighted the rapid increase in number of Ramsar sites in India from 26 before 2014 to 75 at present. This is a testament to the government's genuine concern and dedicated efforts to save India's wetlands. In the same episode, Honorable Prime Minister had also cited our Loktak Lake wetland complex, the Kavilamjong National Park, which is a floating national park, in its inherent significance in India's culture and in the biodiversity also. For a vision to succeed, it is crucial and peoples are stakeholders in the journey. Similarly, the communities dependent on the Loktak Lake and its associated wetlands are crucial stakeholders in the conservation mission. So it is encouraging for all of us gathered here to see our friends from the fishing community and catchment community who are present among us here in the workshop. Lastly, I express my gratitude to the Ministry of Environment and Forest, especially Honorable Minister, for giving us such an opportunity to host such an important workshop on the Vision and Consultative workshop for restoration and integrated management of wetlands. So which our deliberations, our outcomes, our recommendations will be incorporated in the national policy for wetland conservation in the near future. I hope this deliberation will be very much important and will be fruitful and will be helpful in the conservation journey led by our Honorable Prime Minister in our great country, India. Thank you all. Best of luck, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shri M. Asnikumar Singh, for your enlightening presentation on the significance of wetlands. Now I would like to call upon Shri Sana Chauba, SE, Wetland in Charge, Loktak Development Authority, to kindly come on the stage for the vote of thanks.
Honorable Chairman, Loktak Development Authority, Additional Chief Secretary, Shri M.H. Khan, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, Government of India, Shri Sujit Kumar Bajpai, Scientist F, Shri Raghu Kumar Kodali, Project Director LDA, Shri L. Bhagaton Singh, and my respected delegates. We are honored to be hosting this workshop, 2 days consultative workshop, in this decade of ecosystem restoration, UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, started in 2021 and will be stretching over to 2030. And this is the 3rd year. And this is also the time we are trying to delist Loktak Lake from the Montreux Accord. And we would like to thank Minister of Environment Forest for giving us this opportunity in such a strategic time. And I would also thank all the knowledge partners who have come all the way from different parts of the country to share valuable knowledge for conservation of wetlands. And also the delegates from different states of Northeast, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Sikkim, Mizoram, and Nagaland also. I would like to, they have come in large numbers. I would like to thank you for making this workshop a success. And also I would like to thank the local participants cutting across various walks of life. In fact, for restoration of wetlands, Ramsar Convention has identified 7 key players. One of the key players has been termed as generation restoration. They are the wetland enthusiasts, wetland activists, conservation activists, and I'm very happy and thankful to them that they have come in large numbers here and they will be contributing a lot for the success of this workshop. And second is the community leaders. And for a lake like Loktak, having a size of about 230 square kilometers with 50 villages all around the lake, I think their role will be extremely important for the success of any conservation measures. So I would like to thank all the community leaders, farmers, fishers who have come all the way from different villages to participate in this workshop. I would also like to thank the government officials who will be playing a very key role in the conservation measures, especially the Manipur State Wetland Authority representatives and officials from the Government of India and Government of Manipur. And I would also like to thank the educators who have come all the way from different institutions, various colleges, who have been imparting valuable knowledge, sharing knowledge and expertise in the field of wetland conservation. And I would like to thank the LDA colleagues who have been working hard to make this workshop a success, and also media houses who has been covering this workshop, and I hope they will be disseminating valuable information to the people of this state and other parts of the country and abroad. And finally, we will be joined later in the day during the valedictory function by our Honorable Minister, Shri Bhupender Yadav, our Chief Minister, Shri Biren Singh, and Honorable Minister for Forest and Environment, Shri Biswajit Singh, later in the day. And I would like to thank them also for giving us guidance, leadership, and stewardship towards conservation of wetlands also. So I once again thank you all for your valuable participation in this workshop, and I look forward that this workshop will be a success. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shri Sana Chauba, for your gracious vote of thanks. Now, before we move on to our next session, I am pleased to announce a well-deserved 15 minutes tea break. Please enjoy a break and look forward to reconvening shortly.